Hey guys, Crew Blonde Wave, I'm Eric.
Rick.
And Rick, we're back with Lost, where previously on we had part one of this three-part finale. What happened?
Well, Jack talked to Claire's mom at a funeral.
Yep.
And learned about their relationship, which he did not know before. What else? Richard kidnapped Said and Kate.
Yep, he did.
They hit Benjamin Linus with a gun. He passed out.
He did.
He sent... Who did he send to move the island?
Jacob told Locke.
Yes.
And Locke told
and Hurley.
Ben. And Hurley's there as well. We gotta move the island.
So
they're going to the Orchid Station.
The real Orchid Station.
Yes, the actual Orchid Station, exactly. Not just the greenhouse.
Nadia found Said.
Yeah.
That was a very touching scene.
It was.
2 people responsible for Jen's death. His son berates her father after buying his company from underneath of him.
Amazing scene.
It's really great stuff.
And on the freighter, we have a bomb. And we have a door.
We've had a bomb for a while.
Yeah.
But now it's a danger.
All right, so the stage is set for part 2 of this 3-part finale. We'll have part 3 next week to you. And I know some people can be frustrated when this happens, but you get more reaction this way, so it works out. But please be patient, okay?
Yeah. Let's go.
We have to go back.
And then you show up here with an obituary for Jeremy Bentham?
Who's Jeremy Bentham?
Oh, never comes back up.
All right.
Plan is we wait. Here you go. Saw it. Good to see you, Hurley.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you too.
They see each other as they split.
Guess they took Ben and got out of there, huh?
Hello, Jack.
That guy's cameo, he'd make a killing just saying hello, person's name.
It's true.
This is multiple firing systems. You can disable one and the next one. Boom. This battery is the power source. You disconnect it.
Boom.
Jaws. Right there.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Batman going up to the nuns. That's so funny.
I'm looking for a way to get in. Get in and do what?
Don't tell him.
Curious as to why Mr. Whitmore would pay me so much money just to come out here and capture you and bring you back alive. Hey!
Damn.
Whoa, you're good right there.
She's the distraction. Gonna take them like raptors. Did you see the grass moving?
Jesus. Man, it'd be great if it was Ewoks. Jesus.
Not the chopper.
Frank! Not the Frank! Ugh. Damn electric darts.
I guess the others don't care about the chopper. Grenade!
Huh?
Oh, poor
He
bastard!
kicked it at him!
No.
Oh, poor guy. He's the last one standing. Kimmy just looks like he would catch me. Oh, shit!
Oh.
Two military guys.
Oh. Oh. That is a hefty stick.
It's a pretty good stick.
Oh, you should have shot him in a different direction.
He saved him, Richard.
You could have gone through him.
Richard. Everybody's right there. Glad to say you got the fight.
So we can go off the island. That's it?
That's it.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
No, you don't know me. but you know my grandson. Now, we've traveled all the way across country just so he could see you.
3 years.
Getting big, dude. Do you know who did come see me? Jeremy Bentham. I don't understand why you're all lying. We're lying? Because it's the only way to protect everyone that didn't come back.
Old crackers early.
What the hell are they talking about in there anyway? I don't know, leader stuff. They're good.
Still has a crunch.
Thanks for coming back for me.
The island does miracles.
It's a place where miracles happen. Just wait till you see what I'm about to do.
There's no such thing as miracles.
Am I interrupting? Nice to see you too, Jack. Couldn't find the Anthuriums, could you? I don't know what they look like. If I were you, I'd want to be on that boat within the hour.
That's the remaining of this in a whole other episode. The elevator shaking that much worries me. I want to look cool and be like, you know, and look at him the whole way down.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
If what's in this tank does what it's supposed to do, we're gonna be okay.
The Americans all doing this?
Send Jen upstairs.
You gonna what?
Freeze it.
There you go.
If we see that light turn red and the battery's not already cold, that is the last thing we will ever see. Either way, at least we'll have a warning.
don't know when the spark happens. That's just travel music. When people are traveling, you usually hear something like this.
Who told you you could eat those peanuts?
May I eat these peanuts?
I'm gonna keep my eye on you, Shorty.
After all that time you spent trying to get back here,
What do you mean, get back here?
what do I mean?
A dead person told him that. Even the window's shaped like Dharma.
Mm-hmm. Very brand conscious.
Is this the magic box? No, John, it's not.
The way he looked at him like, no, you idiot.
Hello, I'm Dr. Edgar Hallowax, allowing the Dharma Initiative to conduct unique experiments in both space and time. Metallic objects must never be placed within the vault. But in reality,
VHS.
Is he talking about what I think he was talking about?
If you mean time-traveling bunnies, then yes.
You do know that he said specifically not to put anything metal in here.
He's so condescending.
You expecting someone? Yeah, I have my weapon back.
Get him out of those. Have it just as long as Jen's.
No, he is not.
Hey, Kenny Rogers.
Trying to do that.
The sound gets me.
It's safe now.
Yep, real safe.
Let's get the hell out of here!
Hugo, you're too heavy.
Let's go for a ride!
I know it's not a great thing, but I love seeing the film grade. Whenever the shot's too dark and they had to lighten it up a little bit.
Sure.
I don't know.
Takes me back to a time and a place.
Yeah, definitely. I'm like, they can't see it very well anyway.
I imagine they had helicopter tours at Kulua Ranch, right?
All over the island. It doesn't take long to look at the whole island.
Maybe a hot air balloon will be better.
Yeah.
It should disconnect the firing mechanisms.
Should. That's what I want to hear.
Yep.
What happens if we can't deactivate the bomb?
We better get everybody the hell off this boat.
But we're getting everybody to the boat.
Yep. Should probably share this information. Yeah, that gunfight.
We're losing fuel! Look outside! Tell me if you see anything!
Stick your head out. Or the helicopter.
Said hands and feet. Said nothing about heads.
We gotta get to the boat or this chopper's useless! I'm telling you, I don't see the boat! Well, then keep looking!
Bring fuel back on the dinghy.
We gotta get every ounce of extra weight off this chopper now! Anything that's not bolted down, toss it out!
Time for a swim, Hurley.
Poor Hurley.
Gage just goes like this.
Gage.
I'd feel a hell of a lot better for a few 100 pounds lighter!
Poor Hurley.
Hey.
Why are you telling me this?
Sawyer, man. Frank.
He doesn't get lost in time. He doesn't have the bearing.
Remember when we wouldn't give Shannon's medicine? You know?
I do remember that.
Well, that's a whole bunch of people I don't know.
Yep. Sure is. Bulletproof vest. Makes sense why Saeed would be full of holes as well. Just came down with a knife.
Yep.
I took out a bit of a life insurance policy, Ben.
Pulls up the bomb.
If Richard shot him in the head, everyone would be dead.
Not sure if Ben cares, but maybe.
Remind you how your daughter looked as she bled out. Face down in the grass.
Vader moment. Man, those things fuck you up.
You killed my daughter.
Kill my daughter!
You still get a warning.
You just killed everybody on that boat.
So?
Part 2. Right after you said, I don't think he cares.
Yeah, he said he gave Michael a list of like people in the boat, maybe innocent people, but I don't think he cares that much. Not to avenge his daughter's death.
Yep. We've also had him before promise Jack, yeah, take the sub, you can go, but also kind of prod Locke into like, you should probably blow up the sub. And here, he's like, yeah, you can get off the island, take the helicopter, you can go. And now it might also blow up.
Yep. So there's 2 bombs on the boat.
There were 2 bombs on the boat.
Okay.
Ben brought a bomb,
Yeah.
and Kimi brought a bomb.
Got it.
I don't think Michael could have snuck this one on.
No. Well, I saw it last episode. I was like, this is
It's so
huge.
Yeah, it's not the same bomb.
How? Yeah, okay.
This was brought on board by Kimi and all his men in their entire arsenal. That's why it's in like their arsenal room.
Yeah.
You can see guns and stuff in the background. Nope, we saw him wearing that thing too.
Yeah.
The dead man's switch. So, yeah, if they had shot him in the head, they weren't using the nitroglycerin or whatever. Not nitroglycerin. Liquid nitrogen.
Yeah.
Yet, so it would have killed everybody.
Probably, although Michael can't seem to die. At the
Yep.
very least. And it seems like Hugo and Walt's conversation seems to indicate that, like, Michael might still be on the island. Because he said, like, one of the ones that didn't come back, but it didn't feel like to me they were talking about dead people.
Yeah.
It felt more like it was...
He said, like my dad, and Hurley just gave him a look and never really responded. He was kind of like, yeah.
Well, and Hurley was talking about people, like, we need to protect the people who didn't come back from the island. And you don't need to protect the dead.
No,
So...
he did not.
And we know, I mean, Sun's on the boat, and we know Sun lives.
Mm-hmm.
So she, at the very least, does not blow up on this boat.
Yeah. In terms of people that are on the helicopter, we have Jack, Hurley, Kate,
Yep.
and Saeed.
Who all do come back.
And Lapidus.
True. So we were jumped out?
He did. That look that Hurley gives was like, I'd be happier if we were a few hundred pounds lighter. Like, he gives that look, and yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, he's a big guy, but you also got to remember, he went to the medical hospital at first because he stepped out onto a deck, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back and destroyed that deck and killed people. You know, they said, like, look, that was just, the deck was poorly made, and it was already too many people. You were just another one, you know? But he blames himself. So when I see that face, I think about him thinking about that again. Like, if I weren't here, if I weren't this way, we wouldn't be doing this. But he can't take action on it. Sawyer takes the action.
Yeah.
After whispering something to Kate.
Sure. Yeah. Tell you this now, it's now or never. Mm-hmm. She says, why are you telling me this? Just do it, Freckles.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
If we remember, there was a flash forward where Kate was doing something, and Jack's like, what were you doing? He's like, don't ask me to tell you, Jack.
Yeah.
And was it for him? Was it for, you know?
Yeah, I think it was for him.
Yeah.
Did it have something to do with his child?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. If he even knows about the child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he does.
She did say that he didn't believe her. Or at least told her he didn't believe her.
That's right. She visited him in prison.
She visited him, yep.
He was undercover.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said Metal Gear Solid 2. The freezing of the bomb.
Yep. I wonder if that really works.
I mean, the idea of the chemical in the battery makes sense.
Sure.
Jancy's, the battery that was in her car, which came from L.A., and it was made to be in L.A., that battery doesn't function well here because the chemical balance that's supposed to happen is shifted, or it's slightly different. Because when you're in the desert in LA all the time, or that side of the country, you don't need to factor in it being very, very cold. But here you do.
Yeah.
So it's the first time I realized you had to have a different battery for, a climate like ours versus a climate like LA. I just had no idea.
Sure.
So I guess it makes sense that if you can stop that spark from happening, it's just that you only have a certain amount of time, and you have no idea when the spark's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's just like cover it, I guess, until when? I don't know. Though you do know when the spark happens, right? Because there's a red light.
Sure.
But you have to have it currently cold before the red light happens.
Because, at some point after that, the spark's going to happen.
And I feel like it's even worse if you have no idea if you did it or not. You know?
Definitely.
And yeah, Desmond does say that he did 6 months of ordnance disposal in the Army.
Which is not doing enough for him. But maybe he'll get it. We'll see. And then there's a time machine.
I don't know. That's what's said by Dr. Edgar Hallowix.
Who has lied before, including his name.
He has lied about his
every
name.
time.
It is. I have the list here in my book of his names. They all have something to do with a candle. Because I think the first one is Dr. Martin Candle, and then Hallowix. And I think one had something to do with a wick.
That would make sense.
But this one is quite long. this finale chapter, so it's in here somewhere. But yeah, I think they all have it's candle, wick, and wax. This one being Edgar Hallowix. But yeah, I like how Ben treats it too. They're silly experiments.
Yeah.
Because the doctor's like, don't put anything metal in here, but Ben's just chucking metal in. He knows something more than the Dharma Initiative, which was how many years ago?
Yeah, sure. And there seems to be a mix of
that he himself
real,
was a part of. Sorry,
it's true. Real and not real.
Mm-hmm.
Like the what was the name of it? Was it the Oracle, the Pearl, the one that was watching all the others?
The Pearl, yeah.
Like those notes went nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So that one just seems to be a psychological experiment that has no real meaning.
Sure.
But the Desmond one, when he didn't push those buttons, something happened.
He didn't press the button, and the plane fell out of the sky.
Yeah.
And there was some type of event when he hit that failsafe key. Like there was an explosion.
He teleported away naked.
He became unstuck in time.
True. Which...
Time, like we're talking about here. Time-traveling bunnies.
The bunnies.
It does cut off. And it's it appears as if he will turn, or he will change, or whatever.
He will disappear for a moment.
But then he said, but in reality, and then it cut off.
Yeah.
So we don't know what the good doctor thinks is happening, but that's what is said.
Yeah, so I guess this causes a chain reaction, which instead of moving what's in the chamber, it moves everything that's not in the chamber. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Through space and or time.
I can't wait to watch the next part.
I am very intrigued.
I can't wait.
I wonder too, like now, because Kimi got shot, and he said he's wearing body armor, so I guess that answers my question.
Yes.
But John was also shot and was not wearing body armor.
I don't know, did Kimi lose any organs?
So like, is Kimi one of the chosen ones?
Yeah.
Or something?
The special ones. Who's coming down that elevator? I just see his little face. That's funny. I like Kimi just for his...
Wish it was Mikal. That would have been better.
I know. Every time I hear someone coming out of the woods, I just keep thinking of Mikal. I want to do like some type of supercut where he does do that every time. Tell you what, who's not coming out of those woods is Omar, because Kimi kicked the grenade over to him.
Jesus. What a dick.
I know.
He's saying like, yeah, you're gonna shoot or shot me in the back like a coward. It's like, you shot the girl in the back.
Yep.
In the back of the head.
Yeah, it's an interesting character too, because he seemingly has no investment in anything happening. It's just he's getting paid.
He's getting money, yeah.
You know?
And he's
Like-
seeing some crazy shit.
Yeah, he's seen some crazy shit. He got attacked by a smoke monster.
How much is he getting paid?
It must be a lot.
It must be.
But he has a dead man switch on, you know, like he's invested, but he's not.
True.
He's simply Charles Widmore's patsy, this Black Ops mercenary guy who fought against our resident Iraqi.
True.
Which I love that fight. Even though it is really cutty and shaky, all of Lost is, but...
But Kimi does ask a good question, like, why does he want you so much? What makes you so special?
Yep.
Like, he's putting all this money, and he paid me all this money to get you.
Yep. Interesting questions.
Kate, I love the previously on to the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, right?
I love that.
They filmed that a year apart.
That's great.
And they painstakingly tried to recreate, because whenever they had Jack and his beard, it was like, man, this looks great, but it was kind of like going like this. They said it took forever to get his beard to even match at all.
I bet.
And they also like painstakingly had to try to recreate the puddles in the ground, the background, filmed a year apart. And you can't tell.
No, they look
So
really good.
Yeah.
I figured like they planned it all along.
Nope.
And had just shot it then.
They did not. A
No.
year apart. I love that it's like, we gotta go back. Cut. Yeah, I love that intro as well.
Some of the things that she's saying, again, only give me more questions.
True.
Jack did what he did because he believed he had to do it to protect Kate and Aaron. She said, like, you listen to that man of all people. I assume that man is Ben. But they keep bringing up the name Jeremy Bentham.
Jeremy Bentham.
Have I heard that before?
I don't believe so. Other than, I don't want to misspeak, but I believe we saw that name in the obituary.
I didn't think we ever saw the obituary before. But, yeah, he said, like, that was his obituary.
Yeah.
Jeremy Bentham.
Mm-hmm.
We know Sawyer's real name.
We do.
It's not
James Ford.
Yeah, it's not Jeremy Bentham.
Mm-hmm.
Who else has a pseudonym? Hugo, what we know he is.
I mean, Ben has gone by Moriarty.
Yeah, but he's alive in this timeline.
He is. Yes.
On a hunt.
Yep.
For Widmore. Or
With
Widmore's daughter.
With Saeed as his weapon.
Indeed.
I wonder if he saw, like, or he realized, like, man, Saeed took that guy down.
This might be useful later.
Yeah. Richard couldn't even shoot him when he had the clear advantage from behind.
I
Couldn't
know.
kill him.
Double tap to the head.
Yeah. So yeah, Jeremy Bentham, he also visited Walt as well.
Yes.
Walt said that he's no one else came to see me, but he came and saw me.
And Walt seems to know who that is, which I don't know how.
Yeah.
Because Walt has not met anyone that we haven't met, I don't think. Unless it's a member of the others, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That we just haven't seen. But
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Very confused.
Yep. As you should. As you were meant to.
Walt's grown up.
No,
Definitely.
yeah, he has. 3 years. I mean, this one makes more sense than when we saw him shortly after Michael got back.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he did.
Looks bigger than Michael now.
He does. Like, they clearly tried to not have all of him in the shot. Like, we don't really see his knees. We don't see how tall that kid is, but that kid got tall.
He looked tall.
Yeah. They're trying to shoot him smaller, but Yeah.
So much stuff in this episode.
I know. I love you. You said too, like the scene in the beginning where they had to recreate and shoot it a year later. Like all the stuff in it previously, we're like, I know all that now. And then everything after in the new part is like, I don't know any of that.
Sure.
It's like you've recontextualized everything. So when we watch it in the previously, we're like, the scene is new, but now I understand. And they immediately flip it on its head. I love when Lost does that stuff. Because like you go back to season 1 and you're gonna be like, I know that.
Sure.
I know that mystery. I know that one. But you are constantly feeling lost. You're constantly feeling like, I don't know what's coming next, though.
Yeah.
We gotta move the island. What the fuck does that mean? What does it have to do with time traveling bunnies? Why is he putting metal in that door?
I love Ben's reactions to John's stupid questions, too.
Is this the magic box? I don't know. It just makes me laugh when he looks back at him like this is the guy that they want to lead my people.
I want to see Ben asking all these questions.
Yeah.
Like for the one he replaced.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then also Charlotte, some stuff about her backstory.
Yeah, a little
too.
tiny bit with Charlotte. Yeah, I did mention the reaction. Like when we first see Charlotte, she's comes out of the helicopter and they land. She's the only one that's like, she's like splashed around the water. She's very happy, and then people show up. Yeah. And you could say like, well, she's happy she's not dead because she fell out of the helicopter. But here we could say that maybe she's found the place that she's been looking for.
Again. Yeah.
And the first time we see her, she's looking at a skeleton of a polar bear in the desert.
That's true. What if she's one of the other kids, and because of what's going to happen here, she like goes through time and becomes an adult and ends up in the desert?
Wiley's constant. If it goes on long enough, there's going to be some time travel.
I suppose so.
But I also special shout out in this moment where Ben's like, you couldn't find the Anthrums? I don't know what they look like. But Dario Quinn just commits, like he has some of the, not stupid, but like he has some lines that like they sound crazy. But when he says them, I'm like, well, of course, yeah. We should probably listen to this guy. But just the way he said, I don't know what they look like, was so earnest.
He seems to have such an insight and yet such a lack of understanding.
Right? It's pure faith, which is the reason you give when you have no better reasons.
Sure.
And he's so good at that. Because even though I know he has no idea what he's doing, the island is a place where miracles happen. And he knows that.
He does.
He knows that happens. I mean, Jack found water in their first week because he followed his dead father into the woods.
Yeah. And Locke's miracle is very much in Jack's wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm. Spinal injury. It definitely is. And he has no idea that it happened.
Nope. It does not.
Because no one tells each other anything.
It's a problem.
Maybe we'll fix it in the next episode.
Maybe. Thank you guys for watching our reaction to Lost. There's more right now over at patreon.com/blindwave where you can watch the next 4 reactions right now. If you don't want to check that out, though, you can just subscribe so you can catch the episodes as they come out week to week. There's a lot of great reactions going on right now, so check them out. Thanks, guys.